Welcome back, friends. You are listening to the Juicebox Podcast. Hey, Arden is back. Today, she and I almost spoke about one thing right before we pivoted and talked about social media. Please don't forget that nothing you hear on the Juicebox Podcast should be considered advice, medical or otherwise. Always consult a physician before making any changes to your healthcare plan or becoming bold with insulin. Don't forget, if you're a U.S. resident who has type 1 or is the caregiver of someone with type 1, visit t1dexchange.org/juicebox right now and complete that survey. It will take you 10 minutes to complete the survey, and that effort alone will help to move type 1 diabetes research forward. It will cost you nothing to help. When you place your first order for AG1 with my link, you'll get 5 free travel packs and a free year's supply of vitamin D. Drink ag1.com/juicebox. If you're looking for community around type 1 diabetes, check out the Juicebox Podcast private Facebook group, Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes. But everybody is welcome. Type 1, Type 2, gestational, loved ones, it doesn't matter to me. If you're impacted by diabetes and you're looking for support, comfort, or community, check out Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes on Facebook. This episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by the Eversense 365. That's a CGM that lasts a full year. Eversense CGM.com/juicebox. 1 year, 1 CGM. If you want to sleep and wear and dry yourself with things that are made responsibly, that are durable, have a commitment to quality, a superior softness, and they regulate your temperature, not too hot, not too cold, you want to check out CozyEarth.com. Use my offer code JUICEBOX at checkout to save 40% off of your entire cart. How are you?
I'm great.
You're great. College, everything you hoped for?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Okay. What is it mostly? Studying?
What?
What's most of your...
I don't want to get into this. Let's just move on to the topic.
The topic? All right. Well, I'm just going to choose the topic today. I'm not going to go back and forth with you and pretend that you're going to get involved and actually help me and etc.
This is how I wish it would go every time.
Well, maybe this is the new idea. I am looking here on the list, and we said that we don't understand where fat goes when you lose weight. So have you ever thought about this?
I mean, yeah.
And where do you think it goes? What do you think fat is?
I don't know. Fat. It's just fat.
But what does that mean?
I clearly don't know. That's why it's on the list.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can start off maybe by figuring out what fat is. It's adipose tissue, a type of connective tissue made up of fat cells called adipocytes. I don't know. This tissue serves several issues in the body: energy storage, insulation and protection, hormone production, nutrient absorption. Now, a number of those things surprised me. Like, dietary fats are necessary for the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. All right. What does that got to do with what fat does? Hormone production. Fat tissue produces hormones like leptin, which help regulate appetite, metabolism, and reproductive functions. That's interesting. I feel like we're going to get back to that. Insulating your body against temperature. I think that's pretty obvious. Fat stores energy in the form of triglycerides, which can be broken down and used when the body needs fuel. So triglycerides are fuel. There's white fat, brown fat, and beige fat. White fat is most common, used primarily for energy storage and insulation. Brown fat found more in infants and used to generate heat through a process called thermogenesis. And beige fat is a type of fat that can switch between white and brown fat properties depending on the body's needs. That's crazy. How do it do that? So that's what fat is. And what is a triglyceride? Let's find out what that is.
I've heard of that. I kind of don't want to talk about this because I have to take a neuro exam tomorrow and it's going to confuse me.
Yeah. Do you want to pivot?
I just feel like if I'm hearing all these like scientific words, I'm going to stop tomorrow in my exam.
Okay. Well, listen, we could pivot and then come back to this. I find this very interesting. We could come back to it another time. Do you want to talk about something more cultural? Also, wouldn't this have been great to have this conversation prior to starting?
Well, I didn't know we were going to say triglyceride and blah, blah, blah. I thought you were just going to talk about fat people.
You want to talk? Well, we were talking about where did fat go when you lose weight.
I know, but when you start talking about like the science,
We'll get back to it. You want to do gaslighting? We've been doing this long enough now. People probably understand how we like our tone.
Oh, I don't know. I'm in a bad mood today. I don't know if we should do that.
Procrastination?
I don't know. I'm in such a bad mood. I don't know.
What do squirrels do? Or why do squirrels exist? What do they do?
What's the newer one we put on there?
Why don't I see the stuff on social media in real life?
Yeah, I always wonder that.
You want to do that one instead?
Sure.
Okay. Let's start with, sorry if you guys were interested in fat. We'll pivot back to that. Don't worry.
I just have a very big neuro exam tomorrow, and I don't understand anything. And half of those words end in "ide." Everything ends in "ide." So if we start talking about triglyceride, I'm gonna actually dig my eyes out of my head. So,
do you want to do that one? Why don't I? Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Let's start with the most, because you send me a lot of videos.
No, I don't.
Not as many as you send other people, but for our relationship, tell people the one you just sent me this afternoon that you found hilarious.
Oh, a kid slapping his newborn brother. So funny.
So there's a little boy, his dad's holding him under his left arm, or in his left arm. This kid's what, 2 maybe?
2. He looks like 2 years old.
Okay.
But he's old enough to know right from wrong.
I mean, okay. And then I don't know how smart is a 2-year-old. You want to find out?
No. Keep
okay.
Talking.
So the 2-year-old's on one side, the newborn, literally days old, swaddled newborn, right? And the dad's super proud. He's holding both the kids, and the mom's holding the camera, and she's like, be gentle, be gentle. And then what happens?
The toddler just slaps the kid across the face. It's great, but it's not even that he slaps the kid. It's the dad's reaction.
That's the part you found funny, the dad's reaction.
When he slapped the kid, I was like, that's hilarious. But when the dad reacted to it, I was just like, oh, wow, that must suck having kids, you know?
Can you describe what made you laugh?
Just his reaction.
Just the shock that he had, it struck, because you thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's the way the dad reacts to it. But I don't know. The point is, you don't see any of this stuff actually happen.
You've never seen a little baby slap its newborn brother across the face. Really.
But it's
bitch slapped a kid.
But it's a compilation of 30 videos of that sort of thing happening. Or every day I open my phone and I see a video of some crazy thing that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, someone falls on the sidewalk or something happens like this, or there's a fight that breaks out, or just something crazy, whether it's funny or mean or whatever. I don't see any of that.
Tractor trailer tire comes off across the highway, bounces 50 feet, jumps in an embankment, goes 100 more feet, runs down a guy, just flattens him. And you're like, I've never once seen anything like that in my life.
Well, I don't want that to happen, but I'm just saying I
didn't say you wanted any of it to happen. I'm just saying you've never seen it happen.
Yeah, every day I get up and I take the same route to where I'm going and I see the same people, and there's really nothing new that has ever happened. And even if it is something new, it's not internet worthy. You know what I mean? So where do all these people come from?
And why is there so many of them? Because in that baby slap video, that was one of a multitude of different baby assaults.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But also you talk to people and you're trying to get the vibe of they've ever been in a situation where, and no one's ever been in one of these situations. Mm-hmm. So where are these people? Where are they forming?
Well, how much of this is because everybody's pointing a camera at something now? And do you think it's performative? Do you think even the 2-year-olds
that's what I'm, is this am I starting a conspiracy theory? Is the internet not real?
Is it not?
Well, I mean, obviously it's not, but what I'm saying is are all these videos that look real things that are happening that are crazy, are some of them literally just set up by the people who own these companies? Does Instagram, put out these funny videos and they're just fake? But there's so many of them.
Ladies, Valentine's Day is coming up. You should put your men in some nice bamboo pajamas from Cozy Earth. You know what I'm saying? When they're, when it all starts happening, you want them to be soft and, feel nice, right? I mean, you got to try to dress them up somehow. And guys, for your ladies, maybe some Cozy Earth bamboo sheets. The sheets are awesome. I use them myself. Enhanced fabric, superior softness, responsible production, durability, a commitment to quality. You can wash them over and over again. They have a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty. That's how much they believe in those sheets. And trust me, when you're between those sheets, you're going to appreciate that too. So whether you're looking for a gift for him or for her or something just to make Valentine's Day a little more awesome, CozyEarth.com. Use the offer code JUICEBOX at checkout to save 40% off of your entire order. That way, when Valentine's Day comes and whatever happens starts happening, it's going to be extra fun because you saved 40%. What could be better? CozyEarth.com. Use the offer code JUICEBOX at checkout to save 40% off of your entire order. This episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by the Eversense 365. Get 365 days of comfortable wear without having to change a sensor. When you think of a continuous glucose monitor, you think of a CGM that lasts 10 or 14 days. But the Eversense 365, it lives up to its name, lasting 365 days. That's 1 year without having to change your CGM. With the Eversense 365, you can count on comfort and consistency 365 days a year because the Eversense silicone-based adhesive is designed for your skin to be gentle and to allow you to take the transmitter on and off to enjoy your shower, a trip to the pool, or an activity where you don't want your CGM on your body. If you're looking for comfort, accuracy, and a 1-year wear, you are looking for Eversense 365. Go to eversensecgm.com/juicebox to learn more. What I'm wondering is, do people act differently when the camera's pointed at them? Like, is this 2-year-old, like, does he know if the camera's out and you do something, people laugh and like, do you know what I mean?
Maybe. I don't know.
He slaps that kid so hard. And I'm also noticing, and I don't want to derail this, but I'm noticing in the video that you sent me where the kid slaps the other kid, the dad appears to be in his underwear or some very sheer shorts. And it's making me uncomfortable now that I'm looking harder.
Wait, let me look.
Go ahead and look. Is this like clingy boxer shorts he's in right here? He really does whack this kid. Holy crap. Hold on, I'm going to watch it one more time. He really does whack that kid. How come you find it so funny? Because you like the more like violent bend videos.
No, I think he's just in shorts and they're like pulled up because he's sitting down and there's kids on him.
Okay, fair enough. That makes me feel better. Why do you like the more violent videos?
Wow, this feels like a weird therapy. They're not violent. Just because someone falls and hurts themselves doesn't make it violent.
Fair enough.
Off.
Where people tumble around and possibly are hurt when it's over.
Because that's actually funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously a situation that is not set up. Like, it doesn't mean to happen. It's just like hilarious.
Okay.
You know that person like feels embarrassment when it's happening, especially when a camera's on them. They're like, like someone tumbled and they're like, oh my God, like everyone just saw that and someone's going to put this on the internet. You're
working your way through the entirety of the situation. Like, that's funny, but it's also going to end up the internet. Other people are going to laugh. Those people are going to be embarrassed over and over again, etc. Yeah. All of that makes that laugh come out of you.
Yeah.
All right. I want to tell you that a 2-year-old knows between 50 and 200 words and has like basic logic. They begin to understand cause and effect. They know that pushing a button may make a toy light up. Oh, so this kid definitely knows that if he hits somebody, it ain't going to be fun.
Yeah, I know. I just learned about like language and stuff when you're like 2. Obviously, I don't know enough about it because I didn't do well in the exam, but whatever.
I didn't do well in the exam, so you don't know all about it. Is that what you said?
Apparently.
Awesome. I've heard other people talk about this, right? Just like, there's this video, this guy's like backing somebody into a garage and somebody's foot slips and instead of stopping, they like hits the person, like pins them against the wall. And there are some people who watch it and they're horrified by it, right? Because you don't know the ending of it. I don't know if the guy's insides popped or whatever. Like, you don't know the ending of it. Some people find it hilarious and some people find it just horrifying.
Because it's like common sense that if that man is dead, like it's not going to be on the internet, and they're not going to post it as like a look what happened, ha ha ha.
There's tons of murdery stuff on the internet, though, if you want to look for it.
Well, I'm sure, but I don't think it's posted with like the intention of everyone to see it and enjoy it.
Okay, right. That's for a different reason. Like that's some dark stuff, right?
That's the deep dark web.
If you got somebody sent you a video and it said, "Hey, I mean, something horrible is about to happen here. Like somebody's head's going to explode or something." Like, would you watch it?
I mean, who sent me the video?
I don't know.
Is it someone I know?
I wouldn't watch it.
Who sent me the video?
Fine, it's a friend of yours, but they say to you, "Listen, this is, I don't know, like a tree falls and just lops this guy's head off." I wouldn't want to see it, is what I'm saying.
No, I'd be fine. I think I'd be fine.
You'd watch it.
I mean, like if one of my friends sent it, I know there's no bad intention with them sending it. Like they're not like a freak or whatever. But like if it was like a random number that texted me, obviously I'm not going to watch it.
No, I mean, obviously. Have you ever gotten a random text from somebody?
Yeah.
Do you answer or no?
Obviously.
Okay. Even a random text that you don't know the person?
Yeah, start a conversation. Act like you are the right person.
Somebody airdropped porn on my phone while I was walking through the airport once.
Did you accept it or decline?
I had just heard the story, and so I kind of felt like I knew what was going on. I just hit decline, but that is definitely what was happening. Because you could see in the baggage claim, like a lot of people went like this all at once. So they must have like mass dumped it onto people, and a lot of people opened it. Anyway, you shouldn't do that. As of 2024, there are approximately 7.21 billion smartphones in the world, meaning the vast majority of these devices are equipped with cameras. Okay, so it says 94% of all photos taken globally are captured with smartphones. So the question is when you have that many cameras, right? Like a lot of crazy stuff's going to get caught while people are just videoing.
Yeah, it sucks to be anyone.
If you get caught in a video?
Just anyone doing anything nowadays, like there might always be a camera on you, even if you're like in the background of a video. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just.
Do you think people should be able to video you without you saying it's okay? Ooh,
That's illegal, right? You can't do that.
Can I just video someone? If you're in public, I think you can do whatever you want. I'm waiting for your answer, but then I have more thought about it.
I honestly, in public. Like, I think it's fine, but like, if someone comes up to you and you're like, hey, don't do that, then just stop. I don't know. But, people are stupid, so I don't know.
Do you know the videos where people, like, they'll go to, I don't know, like the courthouse in their town, it's public property, they'll stand outside and they'll film things until they can get, like, an official or a cop to come out and be like, hey, what are you doing? And then they start a fight with that person on purpose?
No.
You've never seen a video like that? Cop walks up and goes, hey man, the people called from inside, it's freaking them out that you're out here videoing the building. What's going on? And the guy responds back and goes, I don't have to tell you, this is public property. And like starts that fight on purpose. You've never seen one of those?
No.
This is a very common way to get views on the internet.
From old men, apparently, not from me.
Just going to tell you that the people who make those videos, I hope they fall on a fork multiple times.
Where?
Probably in the belly. It'd be nice. And like in the leg. Yeah, I don't want them to die. I just want it to be unpleasant.
I thought you were going to say like up the ass or something.
I find those videos upsetting.
I've never seen that. I don't know.
Really?
I don't like, you're the type of person to like, if something annoys you on the internet, you like watch it more and then the content feeds it to you more. And then you're like, oh, these people are so annoying. They're so stupid. But like if I see something on the internet I think is annoying, I just go past it.
I want to say I don't see them every day. I've seen them in the past, and I find them particularly annoying.
You're more susceptible to watch something that you're annoyed by than I am.
Like what?
Anything, or like if you find a person to be annoying or like their voice to be annoying, like you'll watch the video longer.
You think so?
Yeah, you do that because you want to complain about it.
I do like complaining.
Yeah, but I just like would be like, oh, this really annoys me, and I just go to the next thing. Mm-hmm. So I don't see it as much.
So to your point about how is it possible these things are happening, I see them on social media all the time, but I don't see them in the world. I have some interesting stats here about videos uploaded to social media. starting with YouTube, around 500 hours of video are uploaded every how often? 500 hours worth of video every how often? You guess.
2 hours.
Every minute, which totals over
That makes no sense.
720,000 hours of video a day go up on YouTube. That's YouTube. Now, TikTok. They say the exact number of the video is not readily available, but it's estimated that millions of videos are uploaded daily to TikTok.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Facebook stories. Like, so a Facebook story, 500 million.
I don't know anything about Facebook, honestly.
It's video on Facebook. 500 million stories daily. Many of them include videos, and more than 100 million hours of video content are watched daily on Facebook. 100 million hours worth of content are watched daily on Facebook. Instagram, 95 million posts per day. A large portion of those are videos. That's insane, right? Now, when you scroll and you do the thing, not just you, me, everybody, do you remember it the next day? Like if I sat you down right now and said, Arden, under penalty of death, you have to tell me all the things you saw while you were scrolling yesterday. Can you come up with 5 of them?
Yeah.
10 of them?
Probably.
How about last week?
Maybe like one thing I saw.
Then why do we do it?
Makes us happy in the moment.
Yeah. Well, no, obviously you get that feedback, that dopamine feedback, right? But once you stop and step back from it, I think about this all the time. I do it sometimes, right? And when I do it, I'm like, why am I, like the entire time I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I won't remember this in 5 minutes.
You complain the whole time you're doing it.
I'm complaining to myself about doing it while I'm doing it. In my head, not out loud.
I know. That's what I'm saying. And then you do it longer. And when you like to complain about you already want to complain about scrolling, and then you extra want to complain about something you don't like. So you stare at it longer. Look, you're learning a lot about yourself. Isn't that interesting?
I don't think most of the things I scroll are things I don't like, though.
No, they are.
You don't know what I'm looking at.
I have literally been sitting next to you, and you're watching a video, and you're going, I hate this. I hate this.
Okay, so I'm hate watching TikTok?
Oh, look, I'm correct. Yeah, you're a hater.
There are people listening to us right now who are hate listening.
I know.
That happens. By the way, thank you, people. Appreciate that.
I think that's so funny. Is like I love people who comment on other people's posts and just absolutely like demolish them, just hate everything about them. And like all they have to do is scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it just won't affect them anymore, but they can't. Yeah, it's just gone.
And you're helping the person who you're complaining to.
Yeah, when you're interacting with them, and oh my God, like such idiots.
Do you remember I wrote a book when you were younger? You must remember that.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, you remember that. Okay. I'm setting it up for the people who are listening who might not know. Okay. So the book was moderately successful. Like
hey, next time can we set it up like I have a brain in my head?
All right, fine.
Oh my God.
Here's an example of that, Arden. When I wrote my book, how's that? Is that better?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay. The book was fine. Like people who read the blog were real nice. They bought it. It was pretty high on the list on Amazon for a while. And then I realized, I was like, oh, this is the end of this. Like, if I don't do some promotion for this just goes away. I've been writing this book for a year now and working on it. And, a bunch of people bought it, and it's going to be the end of it. I'm not famous. I don't have any marketing I can do. So I kind of put myself out there for some marketing when I realized that the book publisher wasn't going to do any of that for me. By the way, for those of you who have not read a book or wrote a book, your publisher is generally not going to help you publicize it. So I was lucky enough to get picked up, and I did a web interview with Katie Couric, which led to her having me on her TV show, which led to them putting up like a blog post. But that blog post was like on AOL.com back when it was, or Yahoo News, maybe one of those like sites when they were very popular. And it was basically just about the book and about me being a stay-at-home dad. So I don't even realize that this blog post goes up until one day someone calls me and says, hey, your book is like number 50 on Amazon. Like, I don't mean like in parenting books or comedy books or lifestyle. It was the 50 most popular book being purchased on Amazon. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. Like, you know what I mean? I've made it. But it turns out that's not what was happening. What was happening was
You and J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, what was actually happening is that in the comment section of this like Yahoo article, people were arguing about whether or not I was gay. Do you know this?
No.
Okay.
So, it was me and Mom.
So the argument was this. Look, in fairness, this was 2013, and I had been a stay-at-home dad for 13 years already. But when I started being a stay-at-home dad in 2000, it was an incredibly uncommon thing, right? And so the argument was either if he's staying home with his kids, he's gay and doesn't know it. His wife is married to a gay guy and she's not sure of it. Or the argument was, hey, this is a guy who's in touch and like comfortable taking care of his kids. And this is great. And we should feel good about this. Well, those two people, not two people, but those two opinions, they argued with each other nonstop. And the side effect of that was people were buying the book. So you can bitch and moan and argue and comments and call me like a bad podcaster. It really does just help me. Like, so for every person who hears somebody go like, that podcast sucks, there's 10 people who go, I'll go check it out. So you're really doing...
Did the back and forth comments kind of sound like our 2024 presidential debate?
It sounds like any debate, honestly. I have an opinion, I think a thing. I have an opinion, I think a thing. You're wrong, you're wrong. In the argument between us and them, everybody thinks they're us and everyone else is them. So they just argued. They drove that book sales for months. It was awesome. I wish they would still be arguing about it.
And what do you make now? 41 cents a year off of it?
I don't make any money off that book ever. Like I've never got, I got paid initially to write it and I never made another dollar after that. It is not a reasonable way to make money. If you're not famous. If you're famous, it's different. I did get a one-time payment to write the book. I think it was $5,000.
That's all?
Yes. And then it took me 6 months to write the book. So
yeah, I remember I used to get kicked out of the house for being too loud.
Exactly.
In my own living room.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my own living room after school and I'd get told I was being too loud, which was crazy work after a nice 8 hours in a penitentiary.
I think you mispronounced penitentiary.
Wait, are you sure?
I think so. How did you just say it?
Penitentiary. Penitentiary. Look it up.
You're definitely wrong.
What are you doing?
I'm going to find out how much I got paid an hour to write the book. Keeping in mind, this is pre-tax money. So I wrote the book. It took me 6 months. I worked at like a regular 40-hour work week. I made $5.21 an hour for 6 months to write the book. So I could have made more money, I guess, slinging fries back then, probably.
Which you can do at McDonald's.
Yes,
Donald Trump.
We all learned that yesterday, that there's what was our big takeaway? The people who make the French fries at McDonald's don't use their hands to put them in the boxes. Who knew?
Oh, yeah, he was like, you don't even touch them.
He was so amused that he was like, so not amused. He was like, isn't it great? Like, they don't touch the fries with their hands. And I was like, what were you imagining?
Yeah.
Anyway, neither here nor there. Every day, billions of people walk around with cell phones. And I mean, crazy things happen every day. They've got to be pointing them at something once in a while. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you haven't seen something like that is awesome.
It's just like, when is it my turn?
Oh, you want this to happen? Oh,
I want to see something happen.
Oh, I'm completely confused by you. Okay, so what you're saying is when am I going to see a baby like lay out another baby?
Yeah.
Do you think that if it happened in real life, you'd laugh?
Yes.
Okay.
You even mean?
I don't know.
Obviously.
Like, don't you think you'd be shocked and just be like, oh my God?
No.
No?
No, I'd start cackling.
It happened. If one of these social media things happened in front of you and you weren't videoing it, do you think you'd immediately be disappointed?
No. I just want to experience it.
You just want to see it happen once.
I feel like people my age want to go to clubs and bars and get drunk and I want to see your 2-year-old slap your newborn. Please.
Please.
For the love of God.
Can you tell people the new pet you're thinking would be the perfect pet?
I feel like they know this. A monkey. I want a monkey.
A capuchin monkey?
So cute.
How much video of capuchin monkeys are pushed through your feed?
It's like the only thing that comes up on my phone are capuchin monkeys. But they're always doing some crazy task.
What do you mean?
Like they're showering, or they're like lifting weights, or they're like smoking a joint, or like, I don't know, anything. Just they're always doing something crazy. I love monkeys. They're amazing.
Well, there are people getting their monkeys high?
I don't think they're actually smoking a joint, but like there's a joint in their mouth. But listen, we should get one.
Capuchins are highly intelligent social animals. They need constant mental stimulation, interaction, and enrichment. Without this, they can become bored, frustrated, and aggressive. They live for 30 to 40 years.
My God, that's longer than me.
They're going to require long-term care and dedication. Daily care involves not only feeding them, but also maintaining a highly enriched environment. As they mature, they become territorial, aggressive, particularly if they are not properly socialized. And if their needs aren't being met, they'll bite and be destructive. It seems like a bad idea. Capuchins carry diseases that can be transmitted to humans like hepatitis and herpes.
Nothing I don't already have. Now listen, what if I brought a capuchin monkey to class and I just walked in and a monkey was with me?
Would you say it was your, what would you call
emotional support animal? Yeah, I would. No, you know what? I'd say it was a student in the class. And then I'd sit down with my monkey, and my monkey would climb around during my exams, figure out what the answers are, come back, point them for me, and we'd leave. That's how it would go.
Owning a monkey capuchin is either highly regulated or illegal, depending on where you are. They have potential for harm, and you need a license and permits. There's health regulations. Also, you can't find yourself an apple. How are you going to feed this thing? Careful attention, including fresh fruits, vegetables, and a balanced intake of protein, which can be challenging to provide consistently.
I want one.
Okay, now if you I want one, you could support one like in a zoo or something.
No, I want my own. I want to sit next to me and I want to do homework together. My own capuchin monkey.
I bet you it would be fun for a day or two.
And he would have all his own outfits, and we'd get up every morning, brush our teeth.
I've asked ChatGPT to offer up alternatives to capuchin monkeys. It says that you might enjoy raising rats.
No.
Ferrets.
No.
Sugar gliders.
I don't even know what that means. That sounds sexual.
It really does, doesn't it? Tiny nocturnal marsupials are social animals that can bond closely with their owners. They need specialized care, but are much easier to handle than a monkey. Guinea pigs.
No, I want a monkey.
Hold on. There might be something on the list. Parakeets.
No.
Cockatiels. Lovebirds. You don't even know what a cockatiel is, right?
I do, but I want a monkey.
My friend Mike's mom had cockatiels when we were growing up. How about a turtle?
I feel like I said 4 times that I want a monkey.
Bearded dragon.
This is crazy. You know when Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when Veruca saw it, it's like, Daddy, get me that squirrel. And then he goes, and then he falls down the hole, and then she goes to get the squirrel, and she falls down the hole, and they throw nuts at her or whatever. That's how I feel right now. Get me a capuchin monkey.
All right. This also says leopard geckos, bearded dragons, betta fish. How about a praying mantis?
I want a capuchin monkey.
Okay.
Jeez.
Not a tarantula or a hermit crab?
Oh.
All right. That was the list of things that you might have enjoyed instead of a monkey.
Yeah, I don't want any of them.
Praying mantis. For someone who wants something truly different, mantises are fascinating to observe. They are low maintenance, but require careful handling.
Oh my God, I'd definitely kill that thing by accident, like at least 4 days.
Wait, I don't think you touch it. You just put it in a cage and you leave it there.
Well, I want to touch the animal that I'm...
Oh.
I want to hug it.
No,
I want to hug the animal.
You're definitely going to not want a praying mantis then, or a betta fish. I do think you might...
So we should get a capuchin monkey?
I think you would enjoy a bearded dragon.
No, I want a monkey.
I also think Mom would too.
No one is listening to me. This is crazy.
You're not getting a monkey. I mean, what does it cost?
Like $500.
That
I looked
can't
into
be,
it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Arden, I see here $5,000 to $10,000.
No, I saw $500 to $600.
Going to cost $2,500 to set it up, about $100 a month in diet, about $1,000 a year in vet care, and you're going to need at least $100 a month in like enrichment toys, plus hundreds to thousands of dollars for permits and licenses. Who do you think's paying for all this?
Mom, now listen.
Mm-hmm.
We should get one.
Is that really what you want to say?
Like, we could be our own Curious George.
That's not a capuchin monkey. That's a...
Whatever, he's a monkey.
Isn't he a
and
chimpanzee?
he climbs around.
Did they call him a monkey in the show?
Is he not a monkey? He's a monkey.
He's not a chimpanzee?
No.
Hold on a second. Is Curious George a chimp?
No, he's a monkey.
By the way, how old is Curious George? The story.
Oh, like how many years ago did it come out?
Yep.
27.
75 years ago.
Oh, I was off.
George is a monkey. Okay, the series refers to George as a monkey, but he lacks a tail, which would indicate that he is a Barbary macaque or chimpanzee. George is probably a chimpanzee since he is from Africa.
No.
He's
I disagree.
most likely referred to as a monkey so younger children can relate to him.
Why would that make him more relatable?
Why would they lie to me about Curious George being a monkey? That movie's good. The soundtrack's awesome.
He doesn't even look like a chimpanzee.
I'm just telling you what I read.
Oh, so adorable.
Who's the guy on the... Is it Jack Johnson that wrote those songs for the Curious George movie? I have to say.
No conversations.
Yeah, that one. Well done, Jack. I don't know anything else you've done.
Yeah, yes, you do. You listen to his what is it? Discography. What is the word?
Discography?
Is that the word?
I mean, that is the word, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the most viewed social media video?
Look at the little monkey.
Are you still looking at monkeys?
Arden. They're so cute.
The
most viewed social media video? When Charlie bit my finger.
I'll give you 3 guesses. I'll see where Charlie comes up on the list.
Oh, because we're talking about monkeys, is it the Harambe video?
No. Charlie Bit My Finger is number 7. It has...
Okay, so I was close.
It has been viewed 128 million times.
Is it a music video?
Baby Shark Dance.
Are you serious?
Pink Fong, Baby Shark, Kids Songs and Stories, over 7 billion views.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That, like, everyone who's ever watched that should feel bad.
The next 5 are music videos. One of them you would like.
I don't know. Is one of them like Shake It Off by Taylor Swift?
No. Number 2 is Despacito.
Oh, Despacito.
Almost. How many views? Just about
4 billion.
3 billion.
Wait, okay. Tell me who the singer is and I'll try to guess the song.
The next one, number 3, is Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, I don't know shit about Wiz Khalifa, honestly.
Didn't he date that blonde lady that shaves her head real close for a while?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, that's all I know about him. See You Again. Okay, the next one, if I tell you the artist or the song, you're going to know each one. So the next one is 800 million views. Psy.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style, that's right.
Right.
Next one is 245 million. It's The Biebs.
Okay, wait. It could be a lot of different things. Is it Baby?
Yes, it's Baby.
Baby. Oh, Justin Bieber's also in Despacito, isn't he?
Oh, you might be right. I think you are right.
Yeah.
He does the bad rap in it, right? Or is that the...
It's like something about... I don't know. I don't speak that language.
So then somebody who think short lady who just ruined a movie franchise.
Oh, Gaga. What's her videos?
Follow your gut.
I was going to say Poker Face, but I don't think that's right.
Nope.
Wait, is it featuring Beyonce by any chance? Is it Telephone?
No, it's Bad Romance.
Okay, wait, you didn't let me get there.
Okay. That's all right. We got there. The next one's Charlie Bit My Finger, which is adorable. Been seen 128 million times.
Even, I feel like that's not enough times.
Maybe this hasn't been updated in a while. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Justin Bieber's in the Despacito remix.
Oh, there's a remix? They were like, you know what we should do?
Make it worse.
Yeah. Did you want to tell people that you saw a troubling picture of Justin Bieber? You're concerned for him?
I'm not. I'm sure he'll be fine.
You think he'll be all right?
He looks a little bit like someone who might be on a heroin bender, but who knows? Not me. So.
Since the Diddy news.
since the Diddy news.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see how
Let's
that
all-
shakes out.
So I'll thank Beyonce while we're here today.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that joke? That's like everyone's like thanking Beyonce for everything.
No. Oh, because
they
they're
think that she's like behind everything too. So everyone thanks Beyonce all the time now.
because they don't want to get gotten.
Yeah. So like people will like post a video and the comments are like, just wanted to take some time out of my day to thank Beyonce.
There's some pretty. I can't wait till that all like to shake. I actually have to admit, I'll pay attention to how that shakes out. You know what I mean? Like a lot of big names have been mentioned. Why doesn't anything exciting happen to me?
They're probably going to tell you to go to a mental institution.
No kidding. So I was, yeah. You know what pops up first?
Depression.
Substance abuse and mental health links. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all about depression. I was looking.
I'm a genius.
I was looking for
videos, like internet videos. You were not very. You have to imagine like a normal person saying that without any context. Why doesn't anything exciting happen to me?
Yeah.
And you feel like, oh, uh-oh.
It's terrible. What are some of your favorite? Let's end with some of your favorite videos. Do you even remember any of them?
Favorite videos? Well, the truth is that my favorite videos are edits of very attractive men from TV shows. So,
so I don't get those when you're sending them around. That's good.
You know how you can like save videos on TikTok?
Yes.
All of mine are just edits. Every single. I can't think of one video that's not an edit.
So an edit is just what like a conglomeration of like video clips of a certain guy.
Yeah, or I mean, anyone doesn't have to be a guy, but I'm just saying, like, well, also, okay, here's what I have saved.
You just said handsome men.
Like, I don't know, but here's what I have saved in my thing. It's either edits of men, tips for taking the LSAT, makeup ideas, clothing ideas, or hairstyles.
Here's my DMs with you on Instagram. Please don't DM my daughter. It's a capuchin monkey eating in a Captain America shirt. It's someone petting the face of a squirrel and the squirrel holding their finger so they'll do it more.
So funny.
It's a kid dressed as Dobby.
Wait, you skipped the car crash.
Yeah, because I don't know. I was going to watch it because I don't understand it.
It's just like someone banging their car into the side of another car, but someone's like standing outside and they fall off.
And then the old man like falls over like a dummy, right? Like he was not a real person. Is that the one you mean? And then the cops pull up 8 seconds later. Like this person was. And by the way, what kind of car are they driving? It's always someone in a what?
Is it a Subaru?
It's a Camry.
Oh, Camry.
Every problem on the street is someone in a Camry, as far as I can tell. Then, yeah, there's another driving one here that you sent me. Guy just walking across the street. Oh, God. Everyone's seen that one. It was crazy. Car comes out of nowhere, like sideswipes another car and goes right where the guy would have been. You sent me a thing about Taylor Swift's glitter freckles.
Let me just openly say that I did not send you anything about Taylor Swift. You asked me about the woman who makes the freckle company. So I sent that photo for you.
True enough.
I have to put that out there.
Capuchin monkey swimming. A thing that says, bro, you're an adult, just eat the tomato. Was that directed at me or did you just find it was funny?
No, it's directed at you because you don't eat tomatoes.
Let's see. There's a picture of us together. I have here, what is this? Piano black leather sneakers? What was that supposed to be?
For you, it was a sneaker company I sent you.
Oh, you thought I might like those sneakers?
Yeah, but
all right.
No one answered me.
I missed it.
By the way, I want to just make it clear that I never get responses to these.
I'm an adult. I don't talk to people through DMs.
I'm just saying.
Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr.
What?
But that's not what you're sending to other people. So, like, would you be willing to share what you send to your friends?
Yeah, but did you read the tweet that says my mom is at the end of her life with Alzheimer's, 99% nonverbal, but Coldplay just came on the radio and she looked me in the eye and said, turn it off. By the way, I love Coldplay, but he does not.
My mom is at the end of life with Alzheimer's, 99% nonverbal, but Coldplay just came on the radio and she looked at me in the eyes and said, turn it off. I found that very funny when you said it, just so you know.
Okay, so like Sanj, me and Sanj just send stupid videos and then edits of men to each other. that's what we're good for.
Mm-hmm.
Or have you seen this new trend on TikTok, and it's like subtle foreshadowing, and they like edit it so that like you're watching the beginning of the video, and then it like jumps to the portion of the video where like something crazy happens, and then it goes back to the normal video, then it jumps back to the like. Have you seen these like this? I don't have my sound on, but like,
oh,
you see what I'm saying? Like it jumps to the, and then I also like to watch clips of The Basement Yard.
Yeah, you love that podcast.
They're so funny.
Answer this for me. These edits of attractive men, how long are they? Like, how much video can you watch of like a handsome guy?
Personally, or just like?
No, you. How long? Like, how long are the videos? Are they like 30 seconds?
Here, I'll find you a video. Find you a good one.
Okay, a good one.
Sound is on and everything.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a good one.
Because I'm trying to decide what the length of the video has to be before I'm worried about you. And let me ask you this. If this is weird because we're father and daughter, but like if you knew a guy who was like watching edits of hot women, wouldn't you think that was creepy?
No, because it's not like the edits aren't like weird.
Let me see. Maybe I don't understand what this is.
Okay, here's like a Peter Parker one for you.
Peter Parker. This is like a video clip from a Spider-Man movie where Tom Holland is in class, and then suddenly they're out in the street saving people, and then back to Tom Holland.
You have to let him speak. Come on.
You got to put it on the microphone. You got to put your speaker right on the microphone.
You're great at geometry. You can do geometry. Square the radius. Divide by pi. Points along the curve.
Over, Parker. I'll pick you up when it's done.
Hey, Strange. You know what's cooler than magic?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I'm disappointed that you watched this.
Well, you're missing it.
Oh, now it's just a bunch of pictures of him as Spider-Man and pictures of him without his shirt on. And then pictures of his face. Just scrolling.
Okay, first things first, there's one photo of him without his shirt on. I would know if there was more. And second, it's a great clip. So that's
and how long was that clip? Like a minute and a half?
Yeah, but some of them were quicker, like, you know, like this one.
But is that a guy from One Tree Hill? Oh my God.
Yeah, your face, you looked so disappointed while I was playing that.
I am.
But there's also some of like, you know, things that you might appreciate more. Like here's just like, you know, like.
Is that the sound of music? What is that? Or just people outside running in a field with a mountain behind them?
It's like these people that like travel and whatever.
Okay, but going back to Tom Holland, how long was that video and how many times have you watched it front to back?
I don't know. It wasn't long enough.
Let's say it's a minute long. How many times have you watched it?
Over, under 30, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Arden. Okay. And how many guys fit on this list?
You know what the funniest video is? The repost of Thor from Good Boys that I have here that I cannot play because it's inappropriate. But everyone should go watch that movie. He's so funny.
Oh, Good Boys.
Yeah.
That's that movie where those like young kids like head
like 12.
Yeah, they head across their town with like a bag of dildos or something. What is that exactly?
I think they have like Molly on them or something, and the girls are trying to get it back, and then they have to like. It's so funny. That whole show is so funny.
Invited to his
recently. My reposts have been of Jim and Pam edits from The Office.
From The Office.
They're normally Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, but they've shifted a bit to Jim and Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Or some Derek and Meredith here and there. You know what I mean?
This film synopsis of Good Boys is not...
Also, Connell and Marianne from Normal People.
Okay.
Anyways, you can talk now.
Invited...
Oh, sorry, I'm going to stop you again. Cece and Schmidt, Nick and Jess, Seth and Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Great. Okay, I'll stop.
Oh, I have a bubba on that one.
Well, he doesn't say bubba.
What does he say?
A bubba.
A bubba. I have a bubba. Like that? You have a bubba? Yeah, I have a bubba.
She's like, I'm going to see my bubba tomorrow. He's like, oh, a bubba? I have a bubba.
Invited
she
to
doesn't react. She doesn't react to it
She
either.
looks right through him, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, okay.
All right, listen to me. Invited to his first kissing party, 12-year-old Max asks his best friend Lucas and Thor for some much-needed help on how to pucker up. When they hit a dead end, Max decides to use his father's drone to spy on teenage girls next door. When the boys lose the drone, they skip school and hatch a plan to retrieve it before Max's dad can figure out what happened. Is that in any way telling me what that movie's about?
I mean, that's exactly what the movie's about, but they just leave out like the crazy parts of the movie.
The crazy, dirty parts of the movie where 12-year-olds are saying and doing insane things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the movie, so please don't watch it.
What's that one part where he's like, that's not a good burn. You know what's a good burn? Your dad has your dad has 2 DUIs and has to take the train to work. That's a good burn. And he says it to a kid who's like 11. Oh my God.
But that gives you the same
funny.
joy as when the little baby slapped the kid.
Yeah, because it's hilarious.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, it's hard to argue with.
Have you seen the videos of, you know what Hope Core is?
Hope Core?
Yeah, Hope Core.
No.
It's like people will make videos of like hope, like just hopeful things, and they'll like put it all together, and then it's like a Hope Core video. So it's like speeches or something like, you know, someone getting the last shot at a basketball game, someone winning the World Series, like whatever. And they put the videos together and it's like supposed to be like Hope Core.
Okay.
But people will like make jokes about it and put that word like Hope Core over videos that are just not like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's like this new thing where people are like kindness core, but it's like the least kind videos I've ever seen in my life. And a lot of them are like from Impractical Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one episode of Impractical Jokers where they have one of the guys working somewhere, and he goes up and like flirts with some woman, and he asks her like, what's your favorite color? And she says it or whatever. And then they're like behind the mic, and he has to say, you know, whatever the people that are telling him to say says. And they're like, she's black. And the guy behind the mic is like, all right, now tell her what your favorite color is. And then it gets quiet, and he goes, say mine's African American. And then they like, the guy pretends to like drop the bomb, and they're putting like those videos behind
Hope Core.
the words kindness.
Oh, kindness. Jesus. All right. The internet. You guys love it in a way. You should watch
Impractical Jokers.
You guys love it in a way that like I never would have imagined. Seriously, it is.
I don't know the world without the internet.
Yeah. I mean, television, like you don't watch like ABC, CBS, NBC, right?
I mean, I see clips of it, but I don't like sit down to watch it.
You don't have a TV show that you're like, oh, I have to watch. It's on 8:00 on Sunday night or something like that.
Bob's Burgers. No, I'm just kidding.
Really interesting. Where can it possibly go from here? Like we went from like 1 hour television shows down to 30-minute television shows, down to, 10-minute YouTube videos or an edit that's a disjointed bunch of pictures of Tom Holland for a minute long. Like, where does it go after that?
Yeah, we can't focus on anything that's like more than 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
Yeah, our minds are like ruined.
But where could it go? Isn't it going to flip around and go back to long form? Like, isn't that what just happens? Like, things ebb and flow, right?
That makes sense, but we're now like conditioned to only watch short things. Like, we're not interested in things for a long time. So I don't know how that's possible. Like, we've conditioned people to like stuff at a faster pace.
What would I have to give you? What would someone have to offer you to delete
$1 million?
To delete TikTok, Instagram, all your social media apps for a month?
Honestly, nothing.
You would try it?
I'm not going to, but like...
Cole deleted TikTok. He never put it back on his phone. He said it made his life better.
That's really inspirational.
I'm just saying, maybe you should try it. Maybe you have more time than you think you do.
I do. I'm not saying I don't have enough time.
You have even more.
I feel like what I need is, I don't know.
Are you willing to open up your screen time?
Yeah, but I think my screen time's like unfair.
How come? You opening it? I have mine.
I think it's been up recently.
Now, I used...
Yeah, it's been up.
Okay. Somehow on Monday, I used the phone more than there were hours in the day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Wait. Here we go. Today's Tuesday. It says I haven't been awake this long. What the hell?
You know why? It's because you're up at like 12 a.m.
Okay, so it's counting my browser
that's
time.
Why I think that's really unfair. I think that's so unfair because that's like my winding down time when I'm going to bed.
Okay, I'm going to scroll down here to like break it out. So it's like Logic Pro is like something I edit in and something I record in. I've recorded twice today, so I have 2.5 hours worth of recording. So it has me at 2 hours, 21 minutes of Logic Pro. So that doesn't count. Also, Safari, 1 hour and 40 minutes. I have Safari open when I'm working all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
you have things open, or so it's not like a fair.
But here is where I will, and again, ChatGPT, 49 minutes. But I have been on Facebook for an hour, but that's me. That's working. I know people probably don't see that, but here's something that's not working. And I'm 53. I've used YouTube for an hour and a half today. So I get my stuff from YouTube as well.
It shows me how many times I've picked up my phone today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I'm like Instagram, 17 minutes, which also was for the podcast. But
how many times do you think I've picked up my phone today? But also, this is since 12 o'clock a.m.
How many times have you picked up your pickups? Well, 280.
No, 54.
54. Oh,
what are you at today?
142.
Today?
I think that's what it says. Yeah. So Spotify 8 times, music 7 times, messages 6 times, email 6 times, Logic Pro 5 times, Safari 5 times, YouTube 5 times, Instagram 3, Facebook 3, TikTok 3. That was just now. Camera twice, photos twice, settings, and Finder.
I have messages 7 times, TikTok 6 times, Snapchat 5 times, calculator 3 times, Instagram 2 times, Chat GPT twice, music once, settings once, camera once, Find My iPhone once, Safari once, clock once, and Trio once.
You used ChatGPT to quiz you on your notes. Did that end up working?
Yeah, and
for
I
you?
opened it this morning to quiz me while I was walking to class.
Was that helpful?
Doesn't seem like it was.
Why, you got a B?
Why did you tell the world that? I got a B.
32 out of 40, right, on a test.
Stop.
Why? That's pretty, I think that's good.
That's not good. That's bad.
Okay. But if people want to be, they could use ChatGPT. You took your handwritten notes, took pictures of them, fed it into ChatGPT, and told it to quiz you on it?
Yeah, and she gave me like a study guide too, and I gave it that. I actually think that the downfall was that the questions were worded really complex. And I thought that while I was taking it, and then I walked out of the exam, and there were 2 girls standing behind me. We were all waiting across the street, and she was like talking to her friend. She was like, why were they worded like that? Like she doesn't speak English. And I was like, I completely agree with that, because holy
Is this the teacher who you think is a former addict?
No, this is not that teacher.
That's
this is the teacher I like, actually.
You like this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think one of my teachers might have been a drug abuser.
Yeah. But you don't dislike her, right?
I don't know her. It's a lecture. I have talked to her once, probably.
I see. All right. All right. Well, I had fun talking to you. Hopefully people enjoyed listening to it. I think we talked about social media today more than we talked about like how come things like that don't happen in front of you.
It's because we don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no way to know, but it's an odds thing, right? Like, I mean, how many times a day?
But there's so many people that will post the videos, and they have like multiple videos posted of crazy things going on. So it also might be where you live. I could be part of it.
Like population density?
Yeah, like bigger cities like LA and New York have more videos maybe.
I will also say this. There is a lot of fake videos online.
Well, yeah. But if you think about it like this, like LA and New York, probably more videos there because there's more people, and they're more like, I would say, like outgoing people. And then I think, I'm not going to say where, but there's some places in the world that I think, you know what, actually I'm going to stop myself.
Okay. How often do you think that you see a fake video and you're confused and believe it's real?
Like never. I don't, like if something's fake,
A lot of times mom shows me something, I go, Kelly, that's staged. That's not real.
Yeah, mom, wow. I'm trying to be nice.
Okay. She's definitely going to end up giving our money away to a scammer on the phone when we're 80, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Do you know,
Yeah.
I was listening today, apparently one of the big Facebook scams is Liam Neeson. So they go after middle-aged women and older, and they set them up for a long time. So apparently, first of all, there's a ton of Liam Neeson fan pages on Facebook, and the scammers pretend to be Liam. And I heard an interview with a woman today. She said, I was very successful in business as an adult, but I'm not stupid, but I got led with my heart. And I've lost $27,000 to Liam Neeson scams. Like, she thought she was sending Liam Neeson $22,000 for him to bring her to Iraq to be with him while he was filming a movie. Isn't that crazy?
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I could win a $5 coupon and not think it's real. Like, I have no faith I'm going to win anything.
She thought she was going to marry and have sex with Liam Neeson.
You know how many cruises I've won?
Cruises?
So many. Yeah, so many cruises.
Oh, you always get like, you want to cruise, do this. Like that. Yeah. I can't imagine, like, what happens to you at a certain age where you get this email that at some point in your life you would have said, this is ridiculous. And now you're like, oh, I think that Liam Neeson wants to have sex with me.
That's Liam Neeson. It's funny that you brought him up because I just posted a photo of Andrew Lincoln holding that sign up from Love Actually, and it says he's defrosting.
I have a question for anyone listening. Let's say you really love Liam Neeson and you are a person who would enjoy a sexual encounter with him. Would you pay $22,000 to fuck Liam Neeson? Because that's what she did.
No, I wouldn't pay $22,000 to do anything.
Okay. Well, you don't have...
I would never give my money away.
You don't have any money, but I hear what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, that blew my mind.
Like, you could put in front of me all of the men from those edits. Never, ever will I give $22,000 to anyone.
Mm-hmm. So if I said to you, you could have dinner and spend the weekend with Tom Holland and Zendaya, and you guys would just be best friends.
I don't want Zendaya there if Tom Holland's there.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about? Why would I want his girlfriend there with us?
All right, never mind then. Maybe I don't understand completely.
I mean, I love Zendaya, but no thank you.
Okay.
$22,000. I'm going to get my weekend with Tom Holland.
All right. This is Arden telling the dumpster boys or whoever they are that, what is the name of that?
Basement Yard?
Basement Yard. Yeah. That she'd love
Can
to
you respect them, please?
She'd love to be on your podcast. What would you do if you, do they ever have guests?
That. They don't ever have guests.
This could be.
That's why if I ever could be a guest on that show, I'd scream at the top of my lungs. But listen, they do shows.
Lives?
Yeah, like live shows.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
So if they invited you on,
tickets, but I wasn't home.
Would you sit there and talk shit and let it be recorded?
Yeah.
You would. Don't they say some pretty
they say some like crazy stuff, but when they're about to say something that will get them canceled, they make sure that they pull back a little bit.
They stop themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could have seen them at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
On October. Really? Sold out.
Yes, Dad, I'm telling you.
I wonder how much this cost. Because it's sold out. Wait. I can't seem to. Let me find one that's not sold out because now I'm dying.
They have like merchandise.
All right, so they're going to be in Philly. They were in Philly in May at the Met. Page not found. Yeah, these are all in the past.
Well, because I think that they film their podcast in New York and one of them lives in Jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, one just happened in Austin, but it's over now. That's crazy. Good for them. But all right, I'll talk to you later. Huge thanks to Cozy Earth for sponsoring this episode of the Juicebox Podcast. CozyEarth.com. Use the offer code JUICEBOX at checkout to save 40% off of your entire order. 1 year, 1 CGM. That's today's sponsor, the Eversense 365. Learn more and get started today at eversensecgm.com/juicebox. And you may be eligible to receive the system for $199 for a full year. There's more details about eligibility at my link. Hey, everybody, I know there's so many episodes. You might be like, I don't know where anything is. But if you go to juiceboxpodcast.com or go to the private Facebook group and look in the featured tab, you'll see a complete list of all the series that exist within the podcast. And I'm talking about After Dark, Ask Scott and Jenny, Algorithm Pumping, Bold Beginnings, Defining Diabetes, Defining Thyroid, Diabetes Pro Tip, Diabetes Variables, Mental Wellness, Type 2 Diabetes, How We Eat. And if we add something else like, say, My Weight Loss Diaries, which we did, you'll find them there as well. And as a matter of fact, we're about to add a new list right now about GLP medications because we have a seriously nice grouping of episodes on that topic. This is a good way for you to keep up with what's going on the Juicebox Podcast, and even a better way to find those series They're, compendiums at this point, 10, 20 episodes. They're all on the same topic. I can't thank you enough for listening. Please make sure you're subscribed or following in your audio app. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Juicebox Podcast. The episode you just heard was professionally edited by Wrong Way Recording. WrongWayRecording.com.